Imagine Chicago, a bustling metropolis reduced to silent ruins. Picture the vibrant streets once filled with life and energy, now eerily quiet, with only the whispers of the wind to break the silence. Towers of steel and glass, once symbols of human achievement, now lie buried under mountains of sand. These structures, which once reached for the sky, are now mere shadows of their former glory, hidden beneath layers of relentless sand. An apocalyptic scenario? Perhaps. But for the town of Singapore, Michigan, this was a grim reality. This once thriving community faced a slow and inevitable demise, as the sands of time quite literally swallowed it whole. This is the story of a thriving town devoured by the very nature it sought to conquer. Singapore, Michigan was a bustling hub of activity, with dreams of growth and prosperity, only to be undone by the very environment it tried to tame. Singapore, Michigan met its demise not through some dramatic natural disaster but through a slow, relentless burial by sand. Over the years the sands crept in inch by inch until the town was no more. Its fate stands as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and ecological stability. The town's story is a testament to the power of nature and the consequences of underestimating its force. It's a story that resonates across time and continents, echoing wherever nature's warnings are ignored. The tale of Singapore, Michigan, serves as a cautionary tale for all, reminding us of the ever-present power of nature. In the mid-19th century, Singapore, Michigan was a bustling hub of activity. This small town, nestled along the banks of Lake Michigan, was a beacon of opportunity for many. The dense forests surrounding the young town were a lumberjack's dream. These forests were filled with an abundance of valuable timber, attracting workers from far and wide. Towering white pines, some reaching heights of over 150 feet, promised fortune and fueled the town's rapid growth. These majestic trees were the backbone of the town's economy. Sawmills sprang up like mushrooms after a spring rain, their whirring blades a testament to Singapore's prosperity. The constant hum of saws became the soundtrack of daily life. The town quickly became a key player in the lumber industry. Its mills were among the most productive in the region, churning out vast quantities of lumber. Ships laden with lumber departed Singapore's docks, carrying timber to rebuild Chicago after the Great Fire of 1871. This event marked a significant chapter in the town's history. Homes, businesses, and even sidewalks in burgeoning cities across the nation were constructed with wood harvested from the forests surrounding Singapore. The town's lumber was integral to the growth and development of many American cities. But Singapore's success came at a steep price. The town's rapid growth and prosperity were fueled by the abundant forests that surrounded it. The relentless felling of trees, driven by an insatiable demand for lumber, stripped the land bare. Day after day, the sound of axes and saws echoed through the woods, as trees that had stood for centuries were brought down in mere minutes. The once lush forests which had held the dunes at bay for centuries were decimated. The vibrant ecosystem, teeming with life, was reduced to a wasteland of stumps and barren soil. The very ecosystem that cradled Singapore was being systematically dismantled. Wildlife that once thrived in the dense canopy now faced a bleak and uncertain future. With the protective barrier of trees gone, the sand dunes, once held in check by the intricate root systems of the forest, were unleashed. The roots that had anchored the soil and prevented erosion were no longer there to perform their vital role. The fine, powdery sand, once a mere whisper in the wind, became a relentless force. It swept across the land, covering everything in its path, and transforming the landscape into a desert-like expanse. It began to drift, slowly at first, then with increasing speed and ferocity. The once stable dunes became a moving sea of sand, threatening to engulf the remnants of the forest and the town itself. Ghosts of Singapore. A cautionary tale. The sand dunes, once a distant neighbor, began to encroach upon Singapore, swallowing buildings and homes with equal indifference. The relentless march of the dunes proved impossible to stop. Buildings were abandoned as sand piled up against their walls, eventually burying them entirely. Today Singapore is a ghost town, reclaimed by the very nature it once sought to tame. The bustling streets and proud buildings are gone, swallowed by the shifting sands. Only whispers and legends remain, a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and ecological respect. Echoes of Singapore environmental collapse across the globe. Singapore's story is not unique. Across the globe, from the shrinking Aral Sea to the expanding Sahara Desert, we witness the consequences of ecological imbalance. Deforestation, unsustainable agricultural practices and overgrazing are turning fertile lands into barren wastelands. The dust storms that plague China, originating in the Gobi Desert, are a stark example of desertification's impact. These storms, carrying millions of tons of sand and dust, travel across the Pacific, impacting air quality as far away as North America. Seeds of hope, reversing the tide of desertification. Yet, amidst these tales of ecological devastation, there are glimmers of hope. China's Great Green Wall, an ambitious project aiming to plant billions of trees along the edge of the Gobi Desert, is a testament to the power of restoration. Singapore's story, though tragic, serves as a potent reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet. It emphasizes the need for sustainable practices, for recognizing the limits of nature's generosity. We must learn from the ghosts of Singapore and strive for a future where human ambition is tempered with ecological wisdom.